I was definitely at a point in my life where I was craving something more spiritually, I think, because I had really, through high school, I guess, started to make my faith my own more, and so I was excited about the chance to just go to a conference like that really focused on that, and to know that there would be other people there that were kind of at the same stage I was, and plus I already knew that I was going to Milligan in the fall, so I thought it would be kind of a cool way to just be exposed to the campus and people there. I think the biggest thing for me was, even when I was at the conference and getting ready to go to Milligan, I had a very good idea that I wanted to be a nurse, and so I feel like at that point in your life when you're graduating from high school, especially and getting ready to start college, there's a lot of pressure for people to feel like they already know what they're going to do with the rest of their life, and I think that's just not realistic, and I sort of knew that at the time, but I was still like thankful, I think, that I felt like I knew what I wanted to do, so that was okay. But I think the conference more than anything just helped me realize that like a calling isn't just like a one-time career decision or a college decision or anything like that, but it's really just seeking out whatever the Lord has for your life and serving whenever and wherever He sends you. I work in the pediatric intensive care unit here at Johnson City, and I love my job most days, but it's like any job has good days and bad days, I suppose. But I think it's been really cool just to go into it having the perspective of being a Christian. The reason that I wanted to be a nurse is because you really just get a chance to be able to meet people in their greatest time of need, and they're a lot more vulnerable than they would be if you just met them, you know, outside. I mean, when your loved one, especially a child, is in distress, it definitely just opens up conversations and situations where you can really show Christ's love and even pray with people. That's been one of the coolest parts for me. Just it's hard for me to just stand up and speak out my faith, but it's cool in those moments just to really be able to talk with people and share those experiences with them. Actually, when I was applying for youth ministry and then even through Milligan, some classes that I had there was a quote from Frederick Buechner that talked about calling being the place where your deepest gladness and the world's greatest hunger meet. And that's definitely become true in my own life, and I feel like that was interwoven through a lot of things that I learned at Milligan, just through my nursing classes and through other classes that we had to take. Just opening my eyes to the needs of people around me and knowing that, I mean, the Lord's greatest commands for us were to love Him and to love one another, and just realizing how much that's a part of calling, and people choose to do that in different ways. There were several of the older girls who were like the counselors that really just stood up and invested in me, and it was cool that fall when I started at Milligan to just be able to continue relationships with them. I think that made a big enough impact on me that I realized the importance and the value of that, and I wanted to do the same, so that was definitely one of the reasons I chose to be a counselor too. I went to the conference and to Milligan at least for a little while with some of my best friends already, so it was cool just to be able to continue those relationships with them, because they're still some of my best friends, but also even, especially when I was a counselor, just getting to meet some of the younger girls and develop those relationships with them. I've kept up with a few of them, and it's awesome just to see where the Lord has brought them, because that was basically 4 years ago, and they were getting ready to go into college, so now they're graduating, and it's really cool to see how the Lord has just changed their hearts and kind of where they've ended up and the stories that they have now. I would just say don't give in to the pressure that this conference or this week or even this time in your life that you have to know what you think you're going to do with the rest of your life, because you don't. The best thing is just to be in tune with the Lord daily and seeing what He has for you in that day, and I firmly believe that He'll lead you to the places that He wants you to be in His timing and to the people that He wants you to be with.